Okay, welcome to another video on paperbacks. Today we're going to play a little game. Let's say you go to an estate sale and some poor paperback collector's passed away, and being the usual paperback collector, he's got about 5,000 or 10,000 paperbacks in his basement, and maybe a small dog also. But the dog's not for sale, but the estate people want to get rid of the paperbacks, and they're asking $1 a piece. Well, you've only got $50 in your pocket. So what do? Which books do you buy? Well, what you do is they've got 5,000 books. You've got $50. What you do is you call up your brother and you say, hey, the bank said if I don't make my payment, I'm about to lose my house and I need $5,000. Because a true book collector is not going to let anything get away. He's going to buy them all. But let's say you can't buy them all. That you've got 50 bucks. You can only get 50 books. So here we've got an assortment of vintage paperbacks. Let's see if you can pick out the valuable ones. Okay, so let's see. First up, we've got not a cowboy, but it's some kind of mystery. It's a signet. It's in pretty good condition. I guess it is a cowboy. Wanted a Texan, so that's a cowboy. Next, we've got a Mickey Spillane. It's in nice condition. Might want to, can't get all these. We can only get, let's say we can only get half of them. And here we have a Sleaze. It's a Beacon, an early Beacon, House Party, nice cover art. Do not recognize that author, Dominique, probably a pseudonym, so it doesn't matter. And another Sleaze. This one's a Midwood. Gordon Mitchell's the author, never heard of him. Midwood number 11, so that's an early Midwood. Then, let's see, we've got another Sleaze with a little body cover here. Orgy in Oils. And that is a Ember Library book. It's in really good condition. Next, we've got a men's adventure novel, Bronson Street Vigilante. So, that cover art's nothing special. Next, Golden Girl by the characters Jan Bond by Ian Flanders. So this is obviously a Bond spoof. Instead of Ian Fleming's, it's Ian Flanders with Jan Bond instead of James Bond. So then let's see, a Spider-Man comic. Let's see, this is by Pocket Books. The Juvies by Harlan Ellison, who I think he died a couple of years ago. Ace, it's in nice shape. It looks like it's been read once. Junkie, an Ace double by William Lee. Let's look at the other side. Narcotic Agent. And if you look at the spine, this is in just really fantastic shape. So, put that in the stack. Understudy for Love by Charles Williford. And this is unread. Dead Yellow Women by Dashiell Hammett. Dashiell Hammett's pretty famous. It's in, this book is in great shape. Campus Town by Hart Stillwell. Never heard of Hart Stillwell. Book's in great shape. Coffin for a Kitty by Spike Morelli. All right. Don't know anything about Spike Morelli. You Asked for It by Ian Fleming. Never heard of that title before. And a Dale book, The Nothing Man, by Jim Thompson. Let's see, shove those over, pull out a few more. 5 Nights, Bantam. Here's gold medal, Gunfighter Return. It's an early gold medal. It's in nice shape. Appointment with Fear by Donald Stokes. I've never heard of Donald Stokes, but it's in good condition. The Manhunter. There's a Western. And another Mickey Spillane in nice condition. So there you go. Let's say you can only get half of these. Of the books we went through, which do you think are the really valuable ones? So we'll just go in reverse order that we put them down. Okay, this book is probably a $20 book. You know, they sold so many of these. It's not rare. It is in nice condition, and it would be a good book to read because Mickey Splaines are fun to read. So the Manhunter, I really don't know how much this is worth. It's probably a $10 to $15 book. If you've got limited funds at this estate sale, you would probably skip this one. Appointment with Fear. Even though this is in great shape, this is probably a $20 book, and I would pick it up because I would like to read it. Gunfighter's Return. This is probably also a $20 to $30 book because it's in great shape. It's an early gold medal. I love that cover art. 5 Nights. Might be a $10 book. Might not even be that much. The Nothing Man. This is in great shape. This book is probably a $100 book. Could be a $150 book. But Jim Thompson's are extremely collectible, especially the Lion paperbacks. So probably 100, 150, could be a little more. You Asked for It by Ian Fleming. If you look closer, it says Casino Royale. So this book's got a backstory to it. I think this was the first American paperback of the James Bond books. And if you read the back cover, Wild Weekend. If he hadn't been a tough operator, Jimmy Bond would never risk a weekend with a woman who used her magnificent body as a weapon to destroy him. So this is Casino Royale. Very collectible because the Bond collectors want it, the paperback collectors want it. The owner at one point decided he wanted to color in the letters with a pink marker. I haven't tried to get that off. I need to. This book could possibly be a $500 book, even though it's in, I would say, very good minus condition. So that could be a $500 book there. Coffin for a Cutie. Now these prices I'm getting, I go to bookfinder.com, and those prices might be a little inflated since those are book dealers. The auctions on eBay might give you a little more accurate price, but sometimes some very expensive books just go for nothing on eBay because people just aren't aware of the books. This book is probably, according to Bookfinder, is probably worth about $100. Campus Town. Well, of course, this book is collectible for the cover, and I think that's that white thing. I think that's a gray hair of mine. So, This is worth about $100. Dead Yellow Women, Dashiell Hammett, in great condition. Let's see, Dead Yellow Women, how much is that worth? I wrote this down. That's about a $75 book. Understudy for Love. This Sleaze book is probably worth about $500. There's, if you go to Book Finder, there's a few on there that are in unread condition mint, and this one's in unread condition mint. And I'm not sure why there's so many unread Understudies for Love. You would think that with there being so many, it wouldn't be a $500 book, but that's how much they want. Now, why is this a $500 book? Well, first of all, it's Charles Willeford. Second reason is the cover artist, who I can't, Bonfils, I think that's the name of the artist. Yeah. Junkie. This book is possibly a $900 to $1,000 book. The condition is just remarkable. I think I've seen maybe one book that was in better condition than this book. William Lee is the pseudonym for Burroughs, William S. Burroughs. So it's, I think it's about a $1,000 book. Could be wrong, but I hope I'm not, since I own the book. The Juvies, Harlan Ellison, that's about a $100 book. Spider-Man, this book's just this nice book to have because it's just fun to look at, but it's probably a $15, $20 book because it's in good shape. The Golden Girl. This book is it's mystery. It's pretty rare from what I understand. These novel books. This is one of the later novel books where the print run is really low. It's also very collectible because it is a Bond spoof. Yeah, this could be a $500 book. So, Bronson. All right, this book, there was one that just sold on eBay that was in really bad condition, and it sold for $140. This one is in great shape. So, you know, rule of thumb, something, you can kind of double the price when you jump from grade to grade. So this might be a $300 book. It's hard to say. It's very rare, very sought after. All right, let's see. And here we have another Bonfils cover, and this is probably a $300 book. Immoral Wife. This is only about a $10, $15, maybe $20 book. Here's the dog again. Okay. And this Beacon. The Beacon, this is only probably a $20 book. The Mickey Spillane is probably a $20 book. And Branded, that's probably a $10 book. So, you know, what you look for, if you're at a book sale and let's say your name is not Gary Lavosi, who's the king of the paperback collecting, and you really don't know what to pick up, always pick up ace doubles. You know, one of the good things to learn in paperback collecting is cover art, the artist. So Bonfils, his books are collectible. This author, that might be a pseudonym of another writer. I'm sure it's a pseudonym, but of a famous writer. So now a book like this, the Bronson, you would probably not ever guess that this is collectible because there's just doesn't look special. And there's a ton of men adventure books out there. This one, you probably find out that it's worth a lot because you were looking for one, and when you saw the price of it, you realized then. But you know, that would I think I only paid like $15 for this. I got lucky. So, and these sleaze books, I got lucky. There was an auction of about 70 books, and I paid $300 for the 70 books. So, you know, I can, what does that come out to? About less than $5 a book. So, anyway, yeah, there's learn cover artists, learn which authors are hot. You know, A Juvenile by Harlan Ellison. Those are very collectible. Like I said, these doubles are always collectible. If you see any of the early Jim Thompsons, they are worth some solid money. If you see a book with just a weird cover like this, that would be a collectible. Let's see, let me bring over some other books just to show you real quick. This book, this is a really rare Western, very early gold medal. I paid $30 for this book because it filled a hole in my collection, but you can see it's not in that great condition. It's got markings on it showing wear, but you know, I was willing to pay $30 for it because it's just extremely rare. This book I think I paid about $15 for because I wanted to read a book about carnivals. I think that's kind of cool. This book I'll never read. I just thought I might start collecting Berkeley Diamonds because they had some good mysteries in that series, even though they're mainly reprints. And let's see, what do we have here? That's not worth anything. And that's not worth anything. Let's just look at the rest real quick. Here's one. Let's see. Honey West. If you ever see a Honey West book, those are worth some money. So this book, it's showing some wear. That could be a $25 book. A Prather book. It's in great shape. Prathers are they're plentiful, but they're good reads, so you know that's worth picking up. Wade Miller. I think that was actually two guys writing under that name. So let's see, we've got another Wade Miller here. And another Richard Prather. Another Richard Prather. Dan Cushman. So this book, this is probably a $20 to $25 book. And I got this in a huge lot. The way you can really score some big finds is to look for the huge lots, because you will find the seller doesn't know that he's got some gem hidden amongst the book. Example would be you asked for it. This was in a lot of, I think, about 6 books, and I paid maybe $35 for it. So, all right, well, I appreciate you watching the video. Leave some comments if you'd like to see more videos like this. Thank you.